Greetings, greetings. Happy warm up Sunday, dear hearts. It's Miss D here in the craft room. In the craft room, just wanting to pop in real fast and greet you all and see what you're doing on this warm up Sunday. I'm trying to get the little space heater to do its thing over here. Something's going on. Hold on, sorry. There we go. What might be going on is Miss D got too much going on in this little craft room. Today's warm up Sunday is what it looks like when a crafter has too many ideas. If you could see the craft room, not bold enough to show you because it's blown up. You would see a mess. I have papers and bits and pieces all over the place. Why? Because Miss D has too many ideas. I've just been a journal making crafter. This baby has two versions. This baby has three. Love the process of making the journals. That's who I am. Now I have an issue. I have about 10 to 15 big, beautiful journals that I have made. And with that many journals, there's no way that I'm going to fill them all myself. And so now ideas are running through my head what to do with all these journals, what to do with all these journals. One is to pick one and work through it. Yeah, that would be nice if I could do that. You could tell I love this cover, this material, this mud cloth. This is the one I had made for Black History Month. Oh, sneak peek, sneak peek. And because I wanted to save it for Black History Month, I didn't want to journal in it till next month. But because that's too much restriction on the Miss D, I made a little baby, a kind of version of the same that I thought I could journal in, practicing as we go now. Sneak peek, sneak peek. Problem is, I'm still picking out the pages before I sew them in. As I was making that, I made another couple journals, and now I have ideas and pieces of journals all over the craft room. Yesterday, I tried to do some crafting, and because my mind is so loaded, nothing worked out. If I showed you some of these bits and pieces that are in here, you would like, ooh, Miss G, give it up. Nothing worked out. Everything looked like that. Do you see a butterfly? Let me bring it closer. Do you see a butterfly? I see a mess. I want it to be a butterfly. It could be a butterfly, but that's what I was getting yesterday. Lots of ideas. Everything I touched, nothing worked out. So I sat in the craft room and just kept messing with stuff because I try to work through those kind of blocks and got a lot of things that didn't get completed or look as good as they could. This was the best I could do all day yesterday. And it still looks like it's missing something. But I do, these images of these black ladies I do like. And I feel like I could rescue this. So that was all I could get out of me yesterday in the way of creativeness. Woke up this morning, wanted to get to my craft room, mind full of ideas. Fingers wouldn't cooperate. The best I could do, what I don't want to do, was create another journal. Oh my God. Where's that little baby? I call myself straightening up for you guys. I knew you was coming, so I tried to clean. Okay, where I put it. Here it is, buried under all that stuff I told you that's over here. Woke up this morning, still in the bed. This started in my bed, and it ends up a little think journal. It hasn't been embellished. What a think journal is to Miss D is I'm thinking, I'm trying to figure out what I want to do, and an idea comes up, and my ideas usually come up in the form of a journal. This is just straight book page from a glue book, you know, the little glue books I use after I take the covers off. I end up with these blocks of pages. So I took the pages, some of the pages, about, oh, I have an idea. See, what I tell you, Miss D, full of ideas. I took about 6 pages out, and it ended up into that little journal. I'm just gonna keep doing what I do. I'm calling this warm up Sunday. This is warm up. I'm just sharing the process with you, for you. This is what it looks like in a crafter's craft room when there's too many ideas. We bounce. Mentally, we bounce. You know how my analogy says, work through the process? Is how a crafter works through the process. What I see right now, which I didn't mean to see while I was live, was these pages of the book that the bottom half is blank. I see another one of these little journals with blank pages. So what I'm going to do is work that all the way through, check in with you guys, see how you're doing, and maybe not be here too long. I really kind of wanted to go out today, go down to where my daughter lives, but it is so foggy here in Seattle. Woo-wee. They have a fog advisory. A little alert came on my computer. Fog alert. I'm like, we in Seattle, we always have fog, but it is really thick. They say visibility is really bad. Just now, it seems like it's lightening up a little bit. That I can see downtown. Usually out this window, I can see the skyline. This morning, I couldn't see anything. I'm just looking for these clear pages on the bottom, and I'm gonna make another one of those little journals real fast, and maybe decorate a little bit, and I'll be feeling better. I'll either go to my daughter's or I'll be here ready to craft. We'll see. Thank you for popping in, checking me out. Missed you guys. I did a upload video last week where I made the video without going live and did the process. So I didn't get to talk to any of you. Guess I've gotten spoiled to that live. I'm gonna stop right there ripping pages. Yeah, this actually ended up being pieces of some of the things I did last week when I did that video. I made a lot of this faux leather. And so we use faux leather. This is the book pages from my glue book. And what we're going to put in here, some embellishments that are laid around my table. That was the plan. And then I saw this. Let's see how we work this out. It'll be a quick process. To make these little journals is really quick. You just take some book page. On this one, I cut all around so that all the trim was off. I think I'll do that. And I'm going to use um, the trim as embellishment, makes embellishment out of it for the little book. We don't need too much more paper than that. I do feel my energy starting to flow. I tell you. But I want it to flow into picking one of those journals and work through it. Or maybe I'm just going to be in this state until next month when I can work in the big journal for Black History Month. That's where a lot of my thoughts have been, the things I want to create. It's been focused around that. Black History Month and Valentine's Day. Oh, I just looked down over there. I pulled out a box of embellishments that I've already made, 2 boxes, and another box of I don't know what, which is what I thought I'd do today. Sort through that to see what's made and what I gotta make for these journals, because I'm always making embellishments, so I might not have to make them all for the book. So let's trim it down to size. What I really want is the blank pages. And if I do it every other one, that should give me a blank page. Oh, maybe. We'll see. Make it a small one. Just use that many pages. Do a kind of flip through. So that would be a, yeah. I can work with that. These little books kind of make themselves. And I kind of want all the page. So I'm going to take the whole block. Try to line them up. And I'm just going to sew it seam straight down the middle on my sewing machine over there. And take what we get. Take what we get. Just run the seam straight down there. Simply. Okay. Try to get that in the center. They didn't line up as best they could. So I'll do some trim work. Then I think I'll just put some of that faux leather on there again. And that'll dictate the size of it. I want a bigger journal than that. Good thing I made a lot of that faux leather. Remember that? Out of a grocery bag. Let's cut us a piece big enough for this. And let's line it. It's interesting how it's just happening that the idea is just coming on out on its own. I don't want to waste that white right there. So we're going to make that fold all the way out. Do a little trim. Probably have to do another one after I get this on. And I'm just going to cover the inside. I have some pretty paper. I like this paper a lot. I'm just going to put that on here. I love that paper. So soft. Let's glue that on. I'm using Fabrifix to glue this on because it has that quick hold. But I could have used PVA. Get it started, and then I'll go in and glue it perfectly after I measure our book. Sorry about that. Did I get that too close to you? Just trying to make it a little bit bigger than the page. Okay, that should work. Oh man. When my mind goes on overload like this, it's a lot. It's a lot. And it'll get to be that I don't function at my best. Kind of like what you're witnessing right now. I generally do this a different way. But I'm just going to flow. This is how I warm up. Just flow with whatever happens and work it out down the stretch. That gives me about the size I want. I do love this faux leather, the look of it. Now, that didn't seem like it wants to work that way, so I'm going to go at this differently. Let's glue it to the book first. That way I'll get a snugger fit. How are you? Are you, hey Jasmine, how are you? Are you warming up? I was just asking, are you people warming up? Miss G's over here having a tough time. So many ideas. Crafting not going the way she plans, but so many ideas. What we're making is just a warm-up little teeny tiny journal like this. Just a warm up that happened. Oh, I don't want to put it on that side. This morning, while I was in the bed, that kind of happened. And since I still haven't got my juices rolling, I thought I'd roll with it again. Just go with the flow. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Thank you. How is it out your way? Is it real foggy? We have a foggy advisory here in downtown. It's real foggy. Okay. Then we're gonna trim this a little closer so we don't have to waste the faux leather. I think that's how I went about that first one. Still looks a little off. I cannot believe how I'm feeling. What's going on with me? Little off, little off. Can you feel it? I'm off like the planet's off. No, just cloudy. Oh, okay. That's good. Was thinking of going down that way after I get done with my live. Okay, that's gonna work. I'm gonna trim that neater. Leave it little hanging because I want to lip over the leather. Get that straighter. Okay. That piece needs to be a little more even. These little journals really are simpler. If I wasn't playing with this leather, you could have been done with that in a flash. So what I'm going to do is fold up the around the edges. This did get that glued in good. And that'll be one more little journal that I have to think about embellishing. But I am warming up. Are you crafting, Jasmine? What's going on? Okay. Now I want the pink to overlap the leather, so let's fold this a little bit. The sides and just get that look. See how this is trimmed around? That's what we're creating. And I might need to trim that just a little bit more right there. Let's put them both on because we're going to keep the size. The lazy Sundays, that's a nice thing. If you can get the opportunity for that, that's a good thing. Generally, doing the crafts or my thing that are relaxing and lazy, like for me. But like I was just saying a few moments ago, the frustrating yesterday and today with my hands and mind not coordinating. Like I see things, but getting it executed hasn't worked. So I'm just gonna fold these in and put a little glue to tack them down. Oh, you gonna use your heat press? Oh, that sounds fun. I haven't got into that kind of crafting. That's for big girls. People that really got a lot of patience. Trying to decide how I want the corners is what I'm fiddling with. That one's nice and flat. I like that. Blame it on 5G. Lot to blame on 5G from what I'm hearing. It's doing the most. It's doing the most. Okay, I felt like I went a little slow at that piece right there. Let's step this up a little bit more. All the background will be covered, so I'm not worried about the inside. I'm gonna cover that in 1 second. And I want to make sure that I have these two ends meeting, so I want to fold these in too. Make sure they're about the same size. All this gets covered up. I did this bottom kind of like this. Make the two sides match. Going for quick, going for quick. I can't stick with one thing because I see lots of I was just talking about my mind is so full of ideas, so many things I want to do. Um, till my mind's on overload. I think that's what's happening with my fingers not functioning with me. I got too many ideas. Let's make sure that before I glue those down that they kind of working. They are, they are. Little trim will happen in 2 seconds. Actually liking this one. All right, that little sharper point than I want. Just do that. All right, so that means we want to trim the pink, which is our inside. And we could have did this before. I folded the edges, but I like it to do just that. Have piece of a little bit of the leather showing. And I get to dictate how much that is if I leave that piece up instead of being stuck with whatever you get, you get. I hope my head wasn't in the way that whole time. So I'm just trimming so I can have a little piece of the leather still show. Oops, that's a crooked cut. Straighten that out. And since this is just a really like a scrap make, I'm not going for perfect. The big journals I probably would measure more or use my cutter. For this one, it's okay. I'm just trying to straighten this little piece right here. Okay. And then I'm just, one of the easiest ways to get your measure is to do this. So I get a straighter cut than that first one. It's kind of folded to show how much you want to show. Yeah, we don't have a big gap right there, so we'll do this. And I'm going to also glue it down now. All right, I'm starting to feel really warmed up and good. My juices are flowing. It was frustrating when I couldn't get anything out. Just making this simple little um, journal starts my flow. Because I really think I want to get some painting in this week. Got a couple images running around in my head. Get some put on canvas. I don't know if you can see with that flipping up. I did get a little glue right there, but I'll get that up in the end. And just cut that extra off. I don't know if I've ever made one of these little ones here on Warm Up Sunday. I usually don't fuss this much with them. I usually just take pieces of the book page, fold them over, and go. It's the faux leather that's got me making it look more like a book. I like the faux leather. Having a little tough time getting this to cut. I'm trying to be really careful not cut the binding. There we go. Must have got glue on it. That Fabrifix is strong glue. Look at that. All right. There we go. Tack that down again. Wow, that was some. That was some. Okay. Oh, I know. I just remembered how I did the first one. I cut the pages instead of trying to do all that fitting in. Mm-hmm. It might have been the way to go. This got glued off a little. Okay. Let's do this last one really quick. And I think what I will do, because I think it's quicker, experiment is warm up time. So I'm experimenting. I did one way, I'm going to do the other the other. Painting sounds like fun. Oh, painting on clothes sounds fun. I actually had pulled out some clothes this morning. I thought I was going to was cleaning out the closet. Thought I was going to turn it into some journal covers. But when I got down here, wasn't so inspired to do just that. Now, let's see. Let's straighten up that edge and pray it's not too short. I think we had excess before though. Oh yeah, we're fine. I actually had a lot on this side. And I want to trim the top a little bit because I want a little of the leather to show. I'm going to leave that corner there. I think I'm going to put a charm on that end. So I want it to be a little bit bigger. But I don't want this piece sticking over. And I think we can pull that in just a little bit. Now we can go ahead and glue. Tack down all that stuff that's moving. All right, dear hearts, I hope you're getting warmed up. Hope this wasn't too all over the place for you. Like I said, Miss D going through something. This is what a crafter looks like when she's going through something. There we go. That's much easier to do it that way. I was like, why is this taking so long? Doing the whole process wrong now. See, if I would have thought about it before I had glue it, I wouldn't have this right here. But that's easy fix with a little washi tape, which I'm fixing to put here. Cover that up. Put a little washi there, and nobody never knew what hit them. Let's see. I like this brown. This little edge is bothering me. There we go. Sometimes little things will mess with my eye. There we go. Okay, let's put a little washi on that. I do like this washi tape. It's one of my favorite. And that's how we can do a little journal without having to do this stitching with the needle and thread. Just a quick zip down with the sewing machine. Pages in. That glue should help the washi stick. Doggone it. Did a little hard with my fingernail. But I think it's all right. Pocket will be here, and that'll still move. Do you see what I'm saying, though? Do you see how it's going? Having a rough time, but it's okay. I'm crafting not for perfection, but just for process. I can live with that. But I'm going to fix that little boo-boo right there, which we can easily do with a little glue, and a little piece of washi. There we go. And I'm not going to worry about that being perfectly straight on that, because I'm going to put some decoration. Oh, we made it through, dear hearts. We made it through. There we have our little journal made out of our glue book. This is a soft leather, and if I want to mold it, I'm doing the molding right here like this. And when it sits up, it'll get harder and be in that shape. Feeling it. Like that. A companion to this one, right? Now we do, before I go, have to do a little embellishing somewhere. Yeah, just made out a book page. Didn't have to buy nothing. Book page. Now the plan with this one was to get these white pages. Let's see how many of those we did get. So is this my front? Is that what's going on? Because I want the white pages to be here. Yeah. Yeah. So every other page would be the white ones that I can embellish. I like that. That worked out, y'all. Love it when a plan works out. That one needs a little washi too, else I'm going to pick at it. Let's do it. I know me. I will be picking at that, trying to line that up. Well, I want to put a little glue first to make it stay. go over and cut, do the trim work. I'd rather go over and trim than have that too short. Yeah, anybody can make these little babies. Just bending some pages. Was extra me doing all that fancy cover with the leather and all that. You don't have to do that. You can just use a piece of card stock and be done. But since I had that faux leather, I said, let's go for it. That's me, always doing too much. It's supposed to be a simple warm up, but I want to make a journal. But I do feel better. I do feel warmed up. But what I also want to do, I want to tighten that up right there, like this. My eyes will mess with me seeing lines off. So I'm just going to tighten that one up so the line is straight. These little journals, you can add them to the big journals. You tuck them in a pocket as an add-on to your big journal. And if you give it away as a gift set, that's a special gift. And people love homemade, handmade things, one-of-a-kind things. This is how I'm going to fix that line being off. Want that a little thinner, little thinner. Not going to stop till I'm happy with this morning. Oh, the fog is clearing up. I'm starting to see downtown out the window. Maybe that's why I started feeling better. The warm up in your company and the fog lifting. I'm feeling better. Sometimes that fog can be really thick and hard on the mind. There we go. That looks so much better. I can live with that. Okay, let's embellish one page and I'll let you go. One little trim. I like that size. Now, they're flipping up, so I think oh, that's a cute little set. You know what I see? I see this on the outside. We'll make this thing sing. Let's start with the big one. This is the embellishing. And we'll take it all the way to the back. Nice. Maybe my mojo coming back, dear hearts. Maybe my mojo coming back. Hope I'm staying in the camera view. Sometimes I forget about that camera. You know, I wear glasses, got to put things close to my face. Cute, cute, cute. I feel my mojo working, guys. I just saw something else, something else. Let's see if I can make it happen. I got my mojo working. Oh, I could even try this. Come on, Mojo. Come on, Mojo. Act like Flojo. Hey. Okay, here's the extra. Here's the extra. I got my mojo working. Let's see if I really got my mojo working. I see one thing. I'm willing to try this. And then if it don't work, do something else. This is called Warm Up Sunday, where you're playing. You don't have to have perfect on Warm Up Sunday. You play with your ideas. Now, I need a diamond shape, is what I saw. Oh no, that's nice too. I like that. I like that. Oh Lord, you looked at a lot. A book plate, a book plate. And paper bag is my thing this week. Or should we go with the pink? Let's see. Since our inside is pink. Let's go with it. We got our mojo working. My mojo will have me crafting all day. My mojo, yeah. But I think I'm gonna take a ride out. Ride out. And then come back early. That just felt fun. That little inspiration felt fun. Makes a warm up worth a warm up. I got it there. Let's see if we can get it on there straight. Filling it. Filling it. Boom. I feel that. I'm a trim. I really. Is my trimmer close? Is my trimmer close? Oh, y'all should see what I got going on in here. Nope, trimmer ain't close. And I done pulled out too much. So I'm going to be bold with it and try it. I want it a little less than square. Square is too perfect. I want it. Almost. Tweak, tweak. Just a little bit more. And I'm going to call this okay. I forgot this ain't a big journal. This one of those little. I'm trying to act like I'm going to sell this. This going to be hanging around. A little bit there and I'll be ready. That'll be good. Do a little ink on it. I got my mojo working. Boom. All right. Let's do a little edging. Let's see if we got enough ink on there to just still us a little bit of edge. Yeah. That makes it. I'm thinking it's a lot of sharp corners right there. Maybe we loosen up that just a touch. Just a touch. Don't want round. Let's go for a soft. Yeah, like that. Yeah. You see, I'm just cutting some of that point off. Yeah. And then we want to go right about there. And place that baby down. I tell you, when I get my mojo working, we get it working. Yes, sir. I've been watching a lot of the Bushmen. What's his name? Corporal. Corporal, what's his name? I can't think of his name. Oh, Corporal AF, something AF. Uh, but he always says after he builds something out there, and I'm good with that. I'm good with that, y'all. Let me clean up a little bit. Oh man, if I would make a small version of her, these colors would go good together. That's the one thing I made halfway right yesterday. But today's another day. I'm feeling that. I'm feeling that. All right, dear hearts. I appreciate you hanging out with me, helping me get my mojo going, and you having a warm up with me. These little babies will be around. You'll see them again. You know what I see. You know what I see. And I'm just going to do it because it feels good. I feel good. All of a sudden, when I felt it, my mojo kick on, I started feeling better. because I was feeling off. So I appreciate the mojo finding me. Just gonna straighten up that line. And I'm gonna try not to make another journal until I embellish the ones I have made. Even these little ones I'm gonna try not to be making. That was a sneak in because I wasn't gonna make another journal. But like I said, I started this one in the bed this morning. Just I have a little drawer on the side of the bed in my nightstand that I have some crafting materials in because in the middle of the night or early in the morning, even if I don't want to get up, my mind starts working, and I'll just go ahead and craft right there. And so that little journal, the inside parts came to me before I even got up. And by the time I got down here, I saw all the things I couldn't get straight yesterday and got a little caught up in other things until it was time to do the little video. Come on and say hi to you guys, and that seemed to have worked. I feel much better that I could craft the way I want to craft. There we go. Now my eyes won't go crazy. I like that. Okay. I am trying to sign off. I am trying to sign off. But this is what ooh, that's shiny. That's way shiny for the camera. So I probably won't do that one to y'all. All right, dear hearts. I'm going to say thanks for hanging out. Everything worked out. Yes, it did. Yes, it did. I really like the one that we worked on together. I will be embellishing and playing in them as we go. There'll be an add-on to I believe the big journals that the colors look good with those. So thanks for hanging out. I hope you have a blessed, peaceful week, dear hearts. If your mojo feel like it's stuck, just keep pushing through and it'll come back. You'll be like Miss D. I got my mojo working. So till next week, let your mojo work. See ya. Peace. My mojo don't want to let you go, but I'm going to let it